Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Radio Trigger podcast. As always, I'm joined by my co-hosts, Tensashinra and the Anime Bro.
What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah. And today we are joined by a very special guest, Chill Reviews. How's it going, man?
Yo, it's going good. It's going good. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Tired
I know
as
we just
shit.
talked for like 10 minutes before you asked me that, but
Yeah.
let's play along.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm good, man. It's nice to be here.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
this is- we've been trying to get you for a while.
Yeah, I feel bad. I really do feel bad that you're up. You said 4 a.m. where you're at?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I wish I could have done this earlier, but it's, like I said, it's nice to be here.
Yeah. I'm just watching Naruto.
Yeah. No, I feel like with the podcast, like a lot of us are willing to like just do things that we usually don't do. Because I feel like it's only recently that we've started like trying to find different times so that we have more availability for people. Because we notice like just the mornings isn't really cutting it. Like we need more availability for people that can or can't really do mornings and stuff.
Yeah. I remember you guys asked me like a year ago or so to do this, and you were like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, could you be available like 8 in the morning on a Wednesday noon?" I was like, "Probably not. I don't think I can."
Yeah.
But no, we made it work. So I'm, like I said, it's cool. It's cool to finally get to talk to you guys.
Nice.
Good to have you, man.
I mean, Lion, I don't know
Yeah.
if you want to lead Lion, because, like, you started, or... or
I mean, I think at
Or
this
what?
point, we got the intro, now we can just talk about anything.
And
all right, cool. But, I mean, I guess you should introduce yourself if you want to, Chill. Like,
oh
let the
yeah, it's
people know who
probably
you are.
let people who know who I am. Yeah, good, good point, Tessa. Yeah. So I'm Chill of Chill Review. I've been making anime related videos on YouTube for about 3 years now. Started back in like January 2021. Yeah, I mean, I just make like analytical videos about anime, mostly more nostalgic retro anime, which is crazy to say that like Naruto is now like a retro nostalgic anime, but make videos about like Naruto, Death Note, a lot of like Toonami era, like old 2000s like Toonami era anime. Um and yeah, also some like anime adjacent stuff like Adult Swim, like the Boondocks. Make videos about that. Uh, Avatar, Last Airbender, just anime adjacent things. And yeah, it's pretty much me. What I do.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I really like those videos, by the way. Like, I know we haven't talked in a while, but I do. So I like every once in a while I tune in and it's like, man, like every single time, it's just so good.
Yeah, and I was trying to remember like right before this, we met because well, not met, but like we we started talking because you found one of my videos. I was trying to remember what it was. Was it like a shampoo video, like a samurai shampoo video, or
Yeah.
okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I
it
thought.
was a shampoo video. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
because like originally, oh, yeah, nah, I can't really hear
now,
it.
now the music came heavy.
Yeah,
Perfect
I
he
timing.
just
probably
realized I
opened
had
the
to mute.
door.
No, I turned up my sensitivity. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, I guess whenever the music stops, you can turn it up. But yeah, nah. With that, yeah, no. I think because originally how we met, and I don't think I ever told you, but like I was like doing research for my own shampoo video that I was making at the time, which was like years ago at this
Uh,
point. And then like I came across yours, and I was like, this is so good. Like I've never seen a video this like, and like it's crazy like saying this to like someone who's actually on the podcast at this point, but like for because I have like my few like YouTubers I guess that I like watching and stuff like that. I probably have to say like you're in my top four, honestly.
damn.
Like
Said the
yeah,
W
like
Glaze, W Glaze.
tell you Glaze for real. Because like since seeing that video, I think like it really like it was a big help in like making my own video and what I wanted it to be about and stuff like that. But past that, after I started like watching your own video, your other videos and stuff like that, it was like, yeah, no, I gotta talk to this guy. So it was kind of like that, how that went down. Yeah, no, that's how it went down though. Let me see something. Nah, all good. But yeah, nah. What were you gonna say, anime, bro?
Uh, is the music still? Like, can you hear it?
It's not that bad.
When you,
I'm,
it's just when you talk, personally.
jeez. Well, I don't know how long this man needs to take a shower, but
It's it's really not. It's like kind of like something in the background. Oh, Chill's having problems. It seems.
Jeez.
yeah, yeah. This
We were.
episode, chill.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, I got you now.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
came
bro.
in, but then you went out again.
I wonder what's going on in Discord.
Yeah, it's probably just Discord, honestly.
Yeah.
Can't imagine it's anything else. Like I don't know how like it goes like from being fine for like well, I don't know how long it's been we've been talking, but it just suddenly stops. But yeah, I guess now you guys know how I met Chill though.
Yeah.
Yeah, mom killing music. Yeah, pretty much. Nah, but man, where were we? I don't even remember what we were talking about before
I
this.
think you were just saying that I'm the best YouTuber ever.
Oh
and
yeah,
no one could ever make videos as good as me. Just keep going with
yeah,
that.
nah.
That's
Yeah, never seen anybody like you. Like, not even these other two guys. Like they're just they want to be on that level. They can't be on it though.
Nah. But nah, honestly, that was dope to hear. I knew that you were, that you liked my videos. I didn't think I was like on top 4, creative
Yeah,
videos. That's crazy to hear because I mean, for when you were dropping videos, I remember watching your stuff and I was like, oh no, yeah, this is good shit. Like I wish there was more of this. Like you, and then Lion, you were on a run for a while.
I
Like
was.
yeah,
it felt like
Last
every
year.
week you were just dropping something, and I saw like, oh, they were starting to blow up too. Like everyone was getting like 2,000 views, and like people were like
Yeah.
engaging and shit like that. And then, it just kind of, and then one day I feel like you stopped uploading a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
mm,
I think this was like October last year is when I did like 1 or 2 a week for a while.
Yeah,
Because I saw that, oh, this one got 1K, then this one got 2K, so I was like, I gotta keep going.
yeah,
And then, because mainly at that point I did videos on currently airing anime. And then I did
hmm
the ones I did, so I was like, fuck, I don't have content now. So then I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll have to wait. And this year, I did like a few manga videos back to back, and like the editing with those ones are is a lot worse than like the anime ones. So I got kind of just tired of editing.
mm,
that's fair.
But
yeah.
But that,
yeah,
no, go ahead. Joseph.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say with
Yeah.
videos, like sometimes you feel like you gotta really be consistent and stuff like that. I know exactly that feeling.
Yeah, especially when you start to see like success,
no,
that drive, it puts you to be like, oh, I got to keep this going. I got to keep this going. It's like it's great when it's going well, but then it always turns. At least for me, when I first started noticing some successful videos and like, oh, I got to keep doing this. That was like the most toxic thing that could have happened because then all I was worried about was like I got to make a video for next week. And like I went around the same time that Lion was starting to drop like 1 or 2 videos a week.
yeah,
I was like, oh wow, that's really starting to work for him. I should start trying to do that. So I started trying to do that too. And I had like a solid maybe like 7-8 week span where I had a video out once a week. And then I was like ready to call 911
Yeah.
at the end of that. Like trying to juggle this, making videos and being like a content creator, then also like having a full-time job and family, friends, all that shit.
yeah,
I don't know. I feel like it's cliche at this point because every big content creator has like made some video talking about it, but like the burnout really does hit with this.
Yeah, I definitely
yeah.
agree with that. I have my own question I want to ask, but like, I want to, because Anime Bro asked, I don't know if you guys see in the chat, but he said, what would you say is your favorite YouTube video to make for, that's a question for you, Chill.
Oh yeah, I just saw that. What was my favorite video
Yeah.
to make? Like my videos of when I made.
think so.
Yeah.
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 So,
Okay.
yeah. It's a hard question because I don't know. I feel like, and maybe you guys can relate to this. When I make a video, I get kind of in this rabbit hole of like that's the only thing I focus on, to the point where
Mm.
by the time I'm finished, I fucking hate it. And I just put it out because it's like, oh, I've spent all this time working on this,
Yeah.
and I feel like I can't just let that be, wasted. So I put it out, and then I hate it, and then other people might say they like it, other people like it, but I'm just over it. And then it
Yeah.
takes me
Yeah.
like a year or something before I might go back and just it might pop up in my recommended or something, and I watch it again. I'm like, oh, this was pretty good. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's so hard. My favorite video. You know what's crazy? I think my favorite video I ever made is my first video. Um,
Mm.
it was on the you guys watched Ergo or heard of or watched Ergo Proxy before?
Oh yes.
I've heard of it. I haven't watched it.
It's one of those anime that like I could not explain the plot to you if I tried.
Yeah.
Like it's just nonsense, confusing, uh, like esoteric bullshit. But I loved it, and the reason it's my favorite video is because I remember, like, I had the idea to start the channel and start making content during the pandemic, um, just because I would wake up every day, clock in to my remote job, work for 8 hours, clock out, and then do nothing with my life except watch
Mm.
anime and play video games. And I was like, I have to do something to
Yeah.
feel like I have meaning or some purpose. So I had, because I used to make music, I had like a microphone, like equipment and stuff like that, and
Mm.
I had some money left over to buy a capture card. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just start making videos. But I didn't know what to make videos about, so I tried. I think I made like 5 videos that I never released before I actually released the Ergo Proxy one. Just because, like I said, like I'll make something, then I hate it, and I just never. I want to hide from
Right.
the world, and never release it.
Mm.
But that was the first one that I felt like was good enough to put out, and I think you know people would like it. And I mean, it ended up doing. It was the first video. It was my first video ever, and it was also the first video I dropped that's actually popped off like a little bit. Like it got like a few thousand views. So yeah,
Mm.
I think that's my favorite video that I made. And I think to this day, I've been trying to like chase whatever like vibe I made in that video. I've been trying to replicate in all of my videos since. So yeah, I'd say my first one was my
Mm.
favorite.
That's nice. That's nice. I'm personally, I don't know about the other guys, but like I'm the complete opposite. I would say, I mean, then again, like I wouldn't say my first video is the one I hate the most, but like, cause if we're talking about like first video I've ever like just made and like I've never posted or anything like that, cause I made a video. It was like 13 minutes, and I don't know. I know Lions heard of it. On K Project. I mentioned
Yeah.
this last episode too. Yeah, K Project. It's a good show, and like I guess at the time I wanted to like try my hand at YouTube stuff or whatever, like specifically anime and talking about that kind of stuff because I was inspired by another guy that we had on the podcast one time. I don't know if you guys know of him. Well, I know my co-host know of him, but I don't know if you've heard of him. Chill. His name is Energy.
Energy. Nah,
Yeah,
it's not ringing a bell.
yeah. Nah,
Burn.
he's yeah, no, he makes really good videos. If like I had to like definitely he's also like up there in some of my favorite like content creators. And like
Oh, he's
I
in
was
that
kind
top
of
four.
yeah, he's in that top four too. If I had to say, I could literally list them right now. It's you, him, in no specific order, of course, but like you, him. It's gotta be you, him, probably Scamboli. I really like Scamboli. I don't know if you guys or if you know
Oh,
of him, chill.
I I
Yeah.
I hate that dude
Oh yeah.
because no, because his videos are so good, and like I wish I could be that funny and my editing could be that sharp. Like, yeah, he's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. Love Scamboli. He's probably like I probably knew him even before like energy and stuff like because I've seen his videos floating around, but even before I
Mm.
was inspired to do it myself, like I've seen his videos here and there and they're really good. But Yeah, it'd be him, and then probably Mike Yubi. He makes Naruto videos as well. Like you two are like four Hokage type stuff, like the
Or
top
Hokage. I
four,
like
top elite, just the elite. But yeah, for me, I got into it, and then like my first video, I made it, didn't post it. I actually just completely deleted it, and it's just gone now. But it was 13 minutes, edited it and everything. I did it on my phone. It was like before I had like actual equipment and stuff. And then I finished it. I watched it through, and I'm like, yeah, no, this is ass. So I just deleted it and didn't look back. But then I tried again with my actual first video, which I ended up liking a lot, and then just got better from there. So yeah.
yeah. I feel like nobody starts out good, especially at this. It seems like the type of
Mm,
thing I feel like you just, oh, I'm just gonna talk about my favorite animes, and then it's gonna be great, and then it's like the subtle nuances of just actually not sounding like a dumbass when you're trying to talk. I feel like it doesn't come along until you really do it a lot. Um, but I respect that. I wish I was that confident in my early videos to just one release them because
yeah.
like I said, it took like 5 tries to even put one out. But two to look back and say like, oh yeah, no, I didn't like the first one, but the second one, like I really saw the progress. I didn't see the progress in my videos for a long time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Nah,
Lion,
I
what
think a
about
lot
you? I
of
know
stuff.
you have a lot more videos than I do.
I mean, I've been doing YouTube for a very long time. I mean, I think it's now 9 years.
Mm,
Nine years?
Yeah.
I
9 years
don't
is
know.
crazy. Yeah, you said you also said you started like with like the different type of videos, right? Like gaming videos and stuff.
Yeah, I did gaming
Lion.
videos like 2015 to like 2018. And then I did
Mm,
like other things 2019 and so on. And 2022, I was like, you know what? I might as well just make anime videos.
yeah. Nah, it's kind of the same. Yeah, I was like started with games first, and then
Yeah.
it didn't really do well. It was just something I did because like I wanted to try it out. Like I had a buddy I wanted to try it out with, and then
Yeah.
he just completely like failed on me.
Yeah.
Like bro, it was to the point where I was like, bro, literally, all you need to do, just send me clips. I will literally do everything else. I will edit it. Just send me the clips. He didn't even do that, so I just quit on that. And I started it myself, and then eventually I moved to anime videos, and that's how that went. But yeah,
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
Anime Bro asked me, when it comes to since you have a mix of different topics when it comes to your videos, what would you say is my favorite to make? Um, I don't know. That's hard too, because like I think I talk about a lot of different shows. Like I said, like anime and anime adjacent stuff like that. But I feel like they usually boil down to the same type of content. Like I tried making video game videos too, like you guys, but same thing, just didn't really work out for
Mm.
various reasons.
There's a lot of
Um,
competition with that one.
but wait, what?
There's a lot more gaming YouTubers than any YouTubers.
Oh yeah, also that the competition is crazy. Like you can make the best video ever and it gets 20 views because someone else made or 30 other people made the same video.
Literally.
But
Yeah.
I don't know what would be topic videos. I don't know. I mean, I got so my goal was always to get like 10,000 subscribers. Like that was like if I feel like if I got to 10,000, I feel like oh yeah, I really accomplished something on YouTube. And I was sitting at like a few hundred for the first couple years. And in
Mm.
2022, I dropped a video about the Boondocks. The show used to be on like Adult Swim, which has like a pretty anime-ish art style. Um, this was like a win because I was just experimenting. Like most of the videos I do is just experimenting, seeing what people like, what they don't. So I put that out.
Mm.
It was at like 1,000, 2,000 views for like a year and a half. And then right when I started to like pump videos out more consistently, like once a week for like 5, 6 weeks, that video went from like 2,000 to like 5,000, 10,000 to 50 to 100, and that's what like blew my channel up. Um, So I started making like a lot of videos about the Boondocks because that seemed to be what people wanted to hear from me. Um, so I guess, and that is like my favorite show. Like Samurai Champloo is like my favorite anime, but just my favorite animated anything is probably the Boondocks. So I guess if I had
Mm,
to say anything, my favorite videos to make topic wise, it'd be Boondocks videos. But I love any time I make a
nice.
video, I do it because I love what I'm talking about. Like I never want to be in a situation where I'm making a video because I feel like I have to. Like everything I do for this, there would be no point in this if I was doing this just for, oh, like someone commented they want to see a video from this and like that might get views, so let me do it. Like, nah, I will make only videos that I want to make, even if it's detrimental to my channel. Like,
Mm,
I made a video and I made a video and I put lion in it, um, like a while ago, like last year, about Heavenly Delusion.
Oh yeah.
mm,
And I never make videos about like current anime. Not that I'm against current anime, it's just that I have more of a connection with like older stuff. And I was like, you know what? I really like this new anime. I'm gonna make a video about it and see what people think. It's to this day, it's my most disliked video and my least viewed video. I don't even know if that's
oof.
possible. but um but yeah, but I just don't regret it at all because that was what I wanted to do at the time. So it failed and it's a good lesson to learn. Like, okay, not everything I want to talk about is what people want to hear, but I wouldn't take it back at all.
Mm. Yeah, I really relate with that, honestly. I like that that's your way of thinking. That's kind of my way of thinking too, because part of the reason I started the whole YouTube thing is just because is more like at a time where like a lot of people in my life were just going their separate ways and stuff like that, doing their own thing.
Mm.
And a lot of those people are people that I would talk to about stuff that I liked and everything like that. So I'm like, okay, well, part of the reason I made this channel is like, okay, I can like cultivate an audience and like just talk about what I want to talk about. And obviously, it's mostly anime and like games and stuff. But like, if there's anything I ever want to talk about, then I'll do it. Like, I know it seems like I'm like more centralized on anime, but it's more so just a thing of like whatever it is that I want to talk about specifically, I'm gonna do it. And it's like you said, I don't really care what other people comment and stuff like that. Like if they suggest it and I want to kind of get into that suggestion, or it's an interesting suggestion, then sure, I'll like take it on. But like me personally, I'm much more of a like if there's something I see and there's something I want to make a video on and I like it, then I'll just do it. So
Yeah, that's how it should be. I feel like because the best scenario is following what you want to do, making videos about what you want to do, and finding an audience that wants to hear you talk about what you like. Because if you get the opposite of you just make videos to pander, and then you get an audience that way, then you're just stuck doing what you don't want to do, which I feel like defeats the purpose of being a content creator. Just being, I hate saying content creator. I don't know. It just seems like uh, dirty to me. Like I feel like because we make stuff about we talk about art, we talk about things that are supposed to be passion, and to just make it boil it down to like, oh yeah, I make content like ingredients to a recipe. Like I don't know, I'm rambling a little bit, but I agree with you that you should definitely just do what you want to do because that's the best way to build the audience that's going to make you want to keep doing this, as opposed to making you hate the fact that you ever started doing this.
yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like I feel like no, I definitely I understand where you're coming from with that content creator like that statement, because it's just
Yeah.
like I don't know, it's kind of like you said, when we're doing this like out of a passion for the things that we enjoy talking about, then just simplifying it to just like, oh, we just make content and we just I guess we just like I guess turn on the camera,
Yeah.
record, and then like slap it on YouTube. Like it's more than that, because to me personally, and I'm sure this same for you guys. To me, when I sit there and I talk about something that I like, and I put the time and effort into researching it and editing the video and everything
Mm.
like that, it really just I don't know. I'm doing it out of a passion, and that's kind of what separates me from wanting to do it, I guess, it kind of separates me from like this, like you said, the seasonal, the people who talk about seasonal anime and stuff like that. Like I feel like that, like, and I'm not saying like they can't have a passion for doing that either, but
Yeah,
I feel like because if that's their
that's
passion
not
and
in
they want
line.
to,
Line made videos about seasonal stuff.
yeah, literally not. Because I'm lying. You know me. I don't hate you, but like, nah. It's just like I don't know. For me personally, making videos on stuff that I like a lot, I feel like boiling it down to just, just sloppy post on YouTube or whatever is, I don't know. It's just distasteful, I guess. I can understand that.
Yeah, distasteful. That's a better word for it than dirty. I don't know. It sounded childish when I said it, but
Dirty. No, that distasteful came from the top of my head. I literally pulled that out of my ass. Okay. Yeah.
well, I mean, but that's same right. If someone's passion is just keeping up with whatever's seasonal anime is coming out, just talking about the newest trends, the newest anime, then that then as long as you're following what you really want to do and not just pandering to an audience, I feel like go for it. Um, but I gotta ask you guys this because I like a lot of anime fans that I've grown up with in my life are kind of they're no longer really into it as much as I am anymore. So I don't have the chance to like really talk to people about anime like in my IRL, like in my real life all the time. But what is it about One Piece that you love so much?
Mm.
This is all things already.
And I only ask this because I grew up watching Naruto, One Piece, like all those old Toonami shows. And whenever I would watch One Piece, I was like, oh, this is like a fun, goofy kind of adventure show. It's like it's all right. And then
Yeah.
when I became an adult, I've people told me, no, it's the greatest thing ever. And it's peak fiction, and and like I'm not saying it's not. I just it never gave me that vibe. So like when you first started it, were you like, oh, this is amazing, or were you just like, oh, let me see how this goes, and at some point it just hooked you and was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. For me personally, I feel like it was kind of I felt kind of the same as you do about it, like where it's it like it was a fun little journey at first, but I feel like at some point One Piece becomes like way more than what it starts off as. Like it in the beginning, it's just it's just this kid made of rubber, and he's trying to find a small little crew, and he's small little crew, but he has big ambitions and stuff. He wants to be the king of the pirates. And when we're watching it, to me personally, I feel like you don't really realize how big of a goal that is, but like as you get further and further, and like the bigger, like it's just the bigger things that you follow Luffy and you see him doing and stuff like that. And I think it's kind of what Anime Rose said right there, where it's the world building and just the journey you go on with the crew, because it starts off pretty small, but when you start seeing what like the journey that actually has to take place and transpire to actually get to being king of the pirates, and like being up there with the Yonko and stuff like that. And it I keep repeating this, but it starts off really small, but seeing I guess like because you really don't know how much is gonna just unfold. It's a lot of world building that goes into it, and we don't really know about a lot of that from the beginning. But as we go further and as they start going on new adventures and going from island to island, we start like learning more about the world, and it's like, okay, so then you start realizing this isn't just some adventure about a kid who wants to be the king of pirates. There's like a lot more. There's conflict in the world. There's like different things going on in different places, and eventually it gets very thematic. And you look at Luffy, and his dream is pretty much just freedom. Like he wants to be the king of the pirates, but to him it's like, no, I don't want to do that to be the king of the sea. It's more so just because I want to be free. And like, I don't know, there's just a lot. It starts off small, but it turns into something way bigger than it actually is, and that's, I guess, the simplest way that I would put it. Why I like One Piece so much.
So it's a lot. And so all that, and then Nami has huge tits, right?
Just definitely, yep. Gotta include that for sure. Just all the One Piece girls in general. all of them in general.
Yeah. No, that's definitely true from what I've seen. And no, yeah, and
Yeah.
I always wanted to get into it, like just to try it, because I've had friends who got into it after I did, because I watched it when I was a kid, but they got into it, as adults, and they're now on like episode 868, whatever, and they can't stop watching it. But
Yeah.
do you think with all of the, I'll say, questionable endings of a lot of manga and anime recently,
Hmm.
do you have faith that Oda's gonna end One Piece well?
Um, with that, it's a I'm actually glad you asked that because I watched something recently and I think they summed it up pretty well. I'm pretty sure you've heard of RDC World One. Like those guys are hilarious, but
Yeah, I
um,
just I just put in my well, I clipped of them in my last Naruto video. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm a big RDC fan.
yeah, same. And so basically, I watched one of they have a series. It's called Back and Forth. I think they summed it up perfectly when they said honestly, there's no ending that will like satisfy everyone. Like I think One Piece, like it'll end, and personally, I feel like it's more about the journey than the destination at this point. That's more so what I believe personally, because yeah, if it gets to the One Piece and we find out what it is, and then like the series ends, Luffy's the king of pirates, and it just ends in, I guess, a lackluster way for me. And I said this same thing about Attack on Titan. I don't really feel as if that takes away from the entire journey that we've been on. Like, I can't just erase the fact that I've been fanboying on the series for basically like years now. But
Yeah,
I don't know, like, personally, if the ending will satisfy me personally. But I do feel like I said, there's no ending that will satisfy everyone. But for the people like me that I guess the journey is enough. Like I'd be fine with however it ended personally.
like it is what it is at this point. Like you're already like, yep, masterpiece. It doesn't matter where it goes because what
Yeah.
it's already given you is enough. No, that's the best answer I feel like to to that. Um, and I feel like you mentioned Attack on Titan. And I just want to ask Lion why he hates Attack on Titan so much, and why we have to settle this now.
Where's this coming from?
This was a long time coming because you made that video I remember about Attack on Titan's ending, like right after it was like I feel like a month or so after it ended.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, and you didn't think it was like the greatest thing you've ever seen. And I just have to ask what was it missing for you, man?
Well, I did rewatch it this year, and it's
Why?
it's good.
Oh, now it's good.
That was good. Okay, that's a step in the right direction.
Because when I watched,
Yeah, yeah.
well, when I made that video, I didn't actually see the final season itself.
Wow,
Guys.
you didn't watch the final season. You just watched the last episode, and they're like, "Yep, I got
Well, I
everything
didn't
I
like.
need out of this."
I watched part one, and then it was like, oh, here's part two. And I can't remember if I finished part two, and then it was just like, oh, here's special one, special two, and I was like, yeah, I'll watch this
Yeah.
when it's done. And then I saw that the final, or like the final special came out, and I saw the ending itself on Twitter and stuff. So I was like, oh, so that's how it ends. So
Yeah.
at that point, I only
Nah,
saw
That's
part
the
one, and I didn't see like, okay, how did they get to this ending? And I just saw the ending. I was like, what? So how? So I thought,
that's
Yeah.
the
I better
ideal
make a
way
video on
to
this.
watch a series.
And oh man, it's
Yeah.
just
Just
like,
see it on Twitter.
whew, boy, oh
Dislikes.
boy.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
a lot of people, man. I didn't get. I thought it was great, like start to finish. Um, but I do see. I've seen a lot of people just not happy at all with it. And I don't know what they similar to what you were saying, Intensive, before about One Piece. Like I don't know what you really expect from something.
Mm.
Like what could they have possibly done differently?
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
If you guys have all seen it, like what's like? Okay, maybe Aaron should have won, or
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even a bad ending.
maybe Connie should have been like the one to start the rumbling. Like what would you have wanted out of that show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I agree with what Lion says. It's not a bad ending. I just feel like so many people are stuck on, and it's funny because that's literally what they're saying in the series, like what they're trying to portray. Like Aaron himself says, there was no other way this could have gone. Like because
Yeah,
with how everything is, and just he already started the rumbling. He looked into the future. He tried everything he could, but he saw things were just going the same exact path, and like that's what I feel like that's literally what they were going through. That's what Isayama was trying to portray, but I guess the fans themselves didn't like it or whatever still, like even after seeing that and understanding that there was no way around it. I guess they just I don't know, they really didn't like it. I don't know, like it was fine to me personally.
Yeah.
yeah. I think people just like to complain. It really doesn't
Definitely.
matter. It could be about something they actually enjoy. They'll just find reasons to get mad about it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you guys are gamers, right? Like you play a lot of video games. Do you play fighting games at all, or it's mostly just like
Yeah.
more like RPGs, hack and slash? You play Tekken?
Tekken, no, but I really want to get into that. I really want to get into it.
Yeah, Tekken 8 is great. Like I've been a Tekken fan since I was a little kid. This is probably like my favorite one. And the amount of to me, this is the best. I've played every Tekken. This is the best Tekken I've ever played in my life. The amount of
Mm.
people I see just complain about every little thing that's not even important to the actual game is crazy. It's like the developers have given us probably what, again, to me, is the best Tekken ever. And people are like, yeah, but this one stage costs like $5 and it really shouldn't. It should be free. So now I'm gonna go to Steam and then just shit on this game. This like amazing like Marvel masterpiece of a fighting game. It's just like, yeah, but they kind of tried to charge us extra money for something. So now I'm gonna just write terrible reviews on it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just
No.
blows my mind.
Yeah, people definitely they will complain. Like it's
Yeah.
just regardless of what it is. Like I feel like any kind of medium, games, anime, like anything, and it's like it's like you said, chill. It's like what more do you want? Like developers or like mangaka to do. There's not really any other way around how things are going. So it's like I don't know. It's just they get mad at anything.
Especially with manga, because those people are literally dying to to give you this art. Like the
Yeah.
amount of manga writers I see who are just like, oh yeah, they're in the hospital like every other month. Like they can't put out this issue because their back is like broken because they're just hunched over drawing panels for 30 hours a week or something. Like and it's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, and it sucks to
we
see
get
that because
Netflix
like
haircuts, so we hate your show now.
exactly, and it sucks to see that because like you have so many authors that basically put everything into their show. I literally saw a post just like earlier today where it's like Oda's schedule, creator of One Piece for people who might not know, is just like every single week, every single day, just working on One Piece. Like most of his day for the past 20 years has just been working on One Piece to give them what they want and stuff. And then you have like Kubo who worked on Bleach, and then like he was being rushed at the end of it, and then like a bunch of other creators. I know what like Togashi, he's the one who made Hunter x Hunter and Yu Yu Hakusho, and just everybody, like all the creators like that actually put effort into their stuff. It just seems so like scummy to see like other people complain, oh, like why wasn't the ending good, or why don't we have a chapter this week, or something
Mm.
like that. And it's like these guys are like slaving away under like one of the worst possible, like I guess what do you call them, like serializers or whatever that they
Yeah.
could possibly be put under. And it's like people just don't appreciate it at all.
Yeah, and I get that being critical of the overall art. Like if you just don't like their writing or their art or anything like that, then I get that. But I just hate when someone who claims to be a fan of any of these artists, and they say, "Oh yeah, I really like 95% of what you do, but I'm only gonna harp on the 5% I don't like, or the times you messed up or made a mistake or didn't do something I wanted you to do," and then they make that their whole all of their interactions on with on them on Twitter is just shitting on them for this most stupid irrelevant things and not just focusing on all of the hard work they put on the stuff that is great.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
but
Yeah,
whatever,
but
that's the internet. I don't know why I'm complaining about something that's never gonna change.
yeah, no, I feel you completely. Like I made a video it's a while ago actually. I think like a year or two ago, and it's basically me doing the same exact thing, just complaining about like when people complain about it's specifically endings in this case because I personally I don't know if, about you guys, but I hate when people will sit on like Twitter all day and all you see on the timeline is them preaching about a show over and over every single day, and then it comes to the ending, and then they're just like, no, that was terrible, as if like they didn't preach it like
Completely switched up. Yeah.
exactly, and it's like, so was all that just for nothing? Like it's actually crazy. They'll complain about literally anything, but I guess that's just how it is. But,
Yeah.
um, I do want to go back to one thing that we were talking about before,
No.
which is the geez, what were we talking? We already touched on a lot of
I went on a rant
topics.
a little bit.
Yeah, but I think it was about the upload schedule or whatever of
Oh.
YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
I think for me personally, when it comes to uploading stuff, I'm a really weird case. Not because I'm inconsistent, because obviously that's apparent. Like I feel like anybody will look at it and they'll see, oh yeah, last time he uploaded was a year ago or a couple months ago. It's like, but more so in terms of like I guess when I upload, because what you mentioned about like you see a video doing good and you want to continue, I've felt that before, but like I don't know if it's just because like I have a lot of own stuff less stuff going on in my own life, because I know like you said, chill, we all have our own stuff that we got going on, and kind of that also leads to burnout and stuff. But I'll see a video doing good and it's just like, man, like, because I think I've done it twice now where I get a video over 10,000 views. I'm like, man, that's doing good. And then I take a break for like almost a year. Like that's happened twice now. And I really genuinely don't know like why I do it. I think it's just because I get busy, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to stay consistent, whether you're doing well with your videos or not. It's just hard to. I've maybe and I might just be like reaching on it, but there's might be an element of like, oh, I just got the most views I've ever gotten, or I got a really successful video, and then there's sort of like that pressure to be like, oh fuck, how do I do this again? Like
Mm,
I don't know, maybe
Yeah.
that's just me. There are times when I've had videos that I didn't expect to do well, they do well, and then I'm like, oh shit, how do I keep this going? Like, can I even
yeah.
keep this going? Like, it makes whatever the next video I make, like, I just put a lot of pressure on myself to make it, either just like that one or, try to make it somehow get as many views as the other one. But yeah, no, it's tough to stay consistent. That's all. That's really all I could keep saying is that it's. I knew that going into when I started doing this, just because, like I said, I've been watching YouTube since it started in like 2006, seven, whatever. So I've seen
Yeah.
successful YouTubers talk about how hard it is to do this and do it well for a long time. But actually, like living through it and experiencing it is tough. But real quick,
Yeah.
Anime Bro asked me about Demon Slayer. I I don't want to say hate, because hate is a strong word. I don't understand what people like about Demon Slayer. Like One Piece, I get why people like it. I just didn't understand like you know, people say like, oh, it's the greatest thing ever. But like I got the appeal of it. Demon Slayer to me is the most generic anime I think I've ever seen. It's like if you were watching a show, it doesn't have to be anime, it's just watching a show and someone on that show was watching a fake anime, it would be Demon Slayer. Like even the name Demon Slayer just sounds like, oh, we couldn't think of like a name for oh yeah, they kill demons, whatever, Demon Slayer. Like
Yeah.
the, the only thing I've ever seen from that show that was like, oh, this is cool. I think the animation is like objectively amazing. The
Yeah.
art style is very unique. The animation is amazing. A lot of the fight scenes are really cool. Um, but the actual show, I watched. I think I watched like the first half of the first season, and I was in
Mhm.
a room full of like 4 or 5 people, and somebody asked, "Wait, what's going on?" And none of us could answer it, so we just stopped. just stopped watching. Um, so yeah, no, I respect that it's gotten the acclaim that it has, but I can never get into it. I wish I could, but I couldn't.
Yeah,
Sorry.
nah,
He asked if I liked it. I asked if he was a fan. He was like, "Yeah, I kind of like it." It's like, okay, I won't go too far
yeah.
on it.
I know exactly where he's going with these questions. Like why he asked like Demon Slayer and Full Metal Alchemist right after the other before he gets to what he wants to ask though, because I know what he's gonna say. Um, I feel the same about Demon Slayer. I just feel like it's really I completely agree. Like I just feel like it's probably the most generic anime that I've ever seen, and I've seen and it's not bad, but like
Yeah,
it
I
is
don't even
just
think
so
it's bad either.
like.
Just,
Yeah, it's just so
what's the
like
point?
exactly like it's just point A, point B, and like
Yeah.
it happens how you think it's gonna happen. It's really not like crazy like that or anything. And like you said, like I understand, like I respect that it's gotten the acclaim that it has, and I I guess through the anime, especially because the animation is really good and everything. But I don't know, man. Like just it's like you said, even the like title itself is just it's everything about it is generic, and that's not bad, but it's like I really don't get the hype about like or how something like mostly if I were to guess where the hype comes from, I would say the animation obviously because it's really good and I feel like
Yeah.
anybody watching it can recognize that. But past that, I really don't know like I mean for anime bro, I understand like he'll say he also understands it's simple, but he just really likes it and that's that. But for a
Yeah.
lot of people, I feel like they try to make it out to be deeper than it actually is.
Mm.
And then when I see that, I'm just like, like I really, because
Yeah,
I had a friend in high school, and he said that, and to this day, this take is actually ridiculous to me. He said that Demon Slayer had better, I think, what did he say, better world building than Bleach, and I was just like, I had nothing to say to that. Like
I I've
it's okay.
sorry. I'm not. I want to cut you off. I'm just gonna say I've seen less Bleach than I have Demon Slayer. Uh,
Mm.
but I think with the 3 episodes total I've seen of Bleach, I completely disagree with what your friend said.
No, literally,
Like just a little
like
bit of Bleach I've seen, I'm like, no, that's just wrong.
yeah, Bleach. It's no, like literally, it literally is wrong because it's like you don't even have to be like in the different places or anything like that. Like you don't have to be 100 episodes in. Like it already has a lot of like storytelling and
Yeah.
like backstories
One
within
Piece.
the first arc itself. So One Piece, yeah, that too. But I really don't see. But yeah, the anime bro said that friend just became my enemy. But yeah, no, honestly. Uh, maybe that's a crazy thing to say about Bleach that it has less world building than
Yeah.
yeah, but I do want to tell you anime bro. Do you want me to tell the question since I don't know how long it's gonna take you to type it up? I
Yeah.
know what you're gonna ask, so
See, now I'm excited. Yeah,
yeah.
what's the big question, I guess?
All right, so big question since anime
Oh, I
bro wants
see.
me to tell.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. All right, so between Fullmetal Alchemist and Demon Slayer, who do you think has the better I guess what do you call it? Like sibling, the better siblings basically. Is it
Oh, you're
Tanjiro
asking.
and
Oh,
Nezuko
okay.
or yeah, or Alphonse
See,
and Ed?
see, this is an interesting question considering I literally just tore Demon Slayer apart,
Exactly.
We can see
and
someone else.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm gonna go with Full Metal has better siblings.
yeah.
Like,
Nah,
what are we? All right,
cause
what are
me,
we talking about? Are we talking about who, which siblings love each other more? Like, who are actually better, like brother sister or
I
brother siblings, or who are just better characters?
it hasn't been a question that's been asked in a while, but I think it's just like overall, like just overall, just everything encompassing those characters and stuff like that. Like who or which which relationship do you like more? Which I think it's a no brainer personally. 'Cause I'm leaning towards Full Metal too, but yeah,
Yeah, I don't even know why I asked for like more clarification. The answer is always the elder brother.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
nothing anyone can say
because
is gonna convince me otherwise.
yeah, no, there's some nice sibling relationships, but like that's a big one right there. And I do want to say like the whole reason that this question came about, me and Anime Bro kind of have this rivalry ourselves, where it's like we come up with these questions, and we've only had two so far. It's been what is it? It's been this one right here, and then it's been like because he's a big One Piece fan and I'm a big Bleach fan, and we had like a battle between like two of the weaker characters in the series. And like
Hmm.
since you're like not that far in One Piece, like I'm not gonna ask you that because you might not know, but it's like I don't know, like between between those questions and stuff, like we'll always just every once in a while, me and Anime Bro find a question about two anime that we just disagree on, and every time we have a guest on, we're just like, okay, we need you to we need
Oh,
you to
like we
decide between
hiding.
this.
Who
Yeah,
wins
pretty
more?
much.
What's I need all the
Uh,
lore on this.
I would
All the
it,
radiant finger
it's
lore.
it's different with this particular one with the siblings or whatever. I would say probably Anime Bro, because from what I remember, I remember a lot more people, not a lot more people, but like a little bit more people than were saying like Edward and Alphonse, which really surprised me. But for the other one, I think it was me all the way, because like Bleach, in terms of like just power scaling and all that stuff, like even if you're not into power scaling all that, like you know that it's like on a whole nother level. And so I feel like for that one, mostly people agree with me. So we're gonna need a tiebreaker one. Like we're gonna need a tiebreaker topic. But whenever we get that, it's yeah, we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Okay.
find
Well,
out.
what's the just for the sake of getting it out there because I might maybe I know what's the Bleach and the it's Bleach versus One Piece. Is that what it is? Like
Yeah, Bleach
what?
Bleach versus One Piece. It two specific characters that we had were it was Usopp. He's like the weakest
I
one in the
I,
Straw
I
Hats.
knew you were gonna say Usopp. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Usopp, and then it's like in Ichigo's little squad, like Orihime is the weakest in his one. And so it's
All
like
right. I
yeah.
know. Yeah, I know those two. I mean, so this is what version of Usopp is this?
I want to say like the strong, basically the you could say the strongest versions, but really I don't feel like there's that much of a difference. Like he does improve later on. You could use like
Yeah.
honestly whatever versions you've seen, like to I guess gauge where you think they're going, because like I feel like the current
I'm
Usopp, he's
just
really
going with
strong. I
him.
think yeah, the current no, the current Usopp, nah, I don't feel like the current Usopp wins, because they said the current
Remember,
one is as
the
strong
current
as like yeah.
at the point Chill is at with Bleach, Rima is just a normal girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
So
you're
Usopp's
right.
gonna
Yeah,
win.
I
yeah,
was gonna
you're
say
right.
hopefully you get some kind of crazy like I don't even know what kind of powers you get.
Yeah.
Yeah, like at
Usopp.
this point
He
where
already
I'm
got.
actually just like a normal with huge tits. That's all I know.
No.
Um,
Yeah, no, it's pretty crazy.
yeah, I'm gonna go Usopp on that one. But
Gotcha.
maybe again,
Nah,
I don't know. I don't know Bleach. I don't know Bleach. I don't know Ball when it comes to Bleach. So maybe what
yeah,
is she like? You
that's
seen the 1,000 Year Blood War? Whatever. What's the new arc
y-
called?
No.
yeah, you got it right. The Thousand Year Blood War. Yeah, that's the one I always reference when I bring this up, because usually we just use the strongest version of those two characters. And I
Hmm.
know you've seen more of Usopp than you have of like Orihime, but with her, like she's actually like again, and Anime Bro doesn't really see this as much, but she's actually like very like cracked in that, like in the last arc. Like it's like I'm pretty sure because she's more like a defender healer type. She can also
That's what
attack,
I
but
thought too. I
defending,
was gonna say she could heal,
yeah.
and
But she
Usopp's got a
also,
slingshot, right?
yeah, he has a slingshot, yeah. So,
Okay.
but her defense is also pretty crazy. Like she has shields and stuff, and it's been broken a couple times, but like most of the time it comes in clutch. And the last arc, like, is where she gets really crazy, because she's literally like blocking, and she has this move where she can like counter, like it's kind of like a counter. So like basically if you hit the shield, bounces back like I
Mm.
think twice as strong or something like that. And also like with she was like deflecting like attacks from like the main villain of the Thousand Year Blood War arc. So it's like yeah, no, me personally, I would say Orihime, but like I know people who haven't watched it like can't
Yeah.
really speak for it. So
So I
Mm.
mean, I'm gonna just go off what you just told me. If she can deflect things you shoot at her twice as powerful back at you. I
Yeah.
mean, really, if she has any kind of powers at all, I'll take Orihime over Usopp. Because
Yeah.
like Bleach, like I said, I don't know much about Bleach, but every time I see somebody fighting Bleach, it's some of the craziest, most bullshit crack powers I've ever seen in my life. Whereas like One Piece, unless it's somebody like if you don't have a devil fruit, like I feel like maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like you're not really that strong outside of maybe Zoro.
Yeah. It's like that in the beginning, but later on, like when they introduce hockey and stuff like that, that's like they'll say like I know one quote in the recent what was it? I think it's the second to last arc or whatever, Wano, is basically they had this quote where it's like hockey basically transcends like everything, like because if you have hockey, that's basically their little sorry for my background. They have they have like hockey or whatever. Hockey is basically their power system. It's like key from Dragon Ball and stuff like that. And basically with that, you can literally like cancel out Devil Fruit users' powers and stuff like that, and just make it like one of the characters that are introduced later on, his name is Law. He has the ability to like teleport you and like move you around within a certain space. And he just like in that arc, he just straight up says, "Yeah, I can't move those people because their hockey is too strong." So like it gets
Yeah,
different later on where like devil fruits aren't the main like thing that people rely on, but yeah, like Usopp doesn't really he has hockey but not like crazy like that. So I still think it's in Orihime's favor, if anything.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, after everything you just said, and I'm sure you're stacking the arguments in your your
Yeah.
case here. I'm gonna go with Orihime on that one.
Gotcha. Thank you for that. Even though you haven't seen, like, I feel like these are just some very, like, because I've never seen Usopp do anything to one of the main villains. So that's just
Yeah,
that's just the
He's
point
just
I
gonna
was
run
gonna
away.
make.
So.
Exactly, pretty much.
100%. I know enough about One Piece to know that Usopp is a bitch. So definitely, I'll give it to,
Yeah.
to Orihime.
Um,
And when it comes to
Nice.
JoJo's anime, bro, I've seen part one, and so is part one with Jonathan Joestar and Joseph Joestar. Does that both count as part one, or is those two different parts? I forgot I have to wait for him to type.
Yeah. Yeah. No, Lion seen it, and Bro seen it, and I have not seen it. So
Okay, yeah. So I've seen part one, two, and three. Then if those are part one and two, then I've seen Jonathan, Joseph, and Jotaro. Or was it Star something Crusaders?
yeah, Stardust Crusaders.
Yeah, Star Crusaders.
yeah. What'd you
Yeah,
think about it?
I'm gonna be honest. I have a weird take when it comes to JoJo's. I think it's great. Like I've never seen someone from JoJo's that was like, oh, this is trash or this isn't, you know, because JoJo's is almost like too weird to be bad. Does that make sense? Like you'll never like I've never been bored watching JoJo's because it's the
Yeah.
craziest shit ever.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
JoJo's is, and I don't know, this is the oldest, dumbest debate in anime history, but I don't know how you guys feel about dub versus sub in terms of like how you watch what you watch. I usually don't care. Like I'll watch anything if the sub is the only thing that's available. I'll watch it in sub. If
Yeah.
the dub is what's on whatever streaming service, I'll watch it in dub. I don't care. JoJo's Part One dubbed to me is how that should be watched
Mm.
because watching it's like American or Canadian, like North American English speaking voice actors dubbing over Japanese writing, like Japanese scripts in like Victorian England accents. Like it's to me like it's perfect for how weird the show, like the this everything in the show is, or everything in the anime is. It's like it's so over the top and goofy that it makes it like funny
Right.
and it makes it more dramatic. So part one
Yeah.
JoJo is my favorite JoJo that I've seen, just because that's where everyone talks like fucking idiots. Um, but if you're just talking about like, oh, what's like the best like written JoJo's, then part one is probably not on that, not even close to anywhere near the top. But I just
Mm.
the JoJo I watched the most is part one with Jonathan Joestar.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Um,
I don't know about you, Lion. I've never yeah, what's your takes on that?
I mean, part one's boring as shit.
Yo, I just you think Poe one's boring?
Yeah, I mean, cause like for me, like it got good when the stands were introduced.
You know, wow, we are complete opposites. Stands are when I stopped caring. I
Really,
was all about
Oh.
Hamo and and the power of the earth or whatever the fuck it was. And then they introduced stands. I was just like, oh, what is this shit? And then I kind of checked out. Like
Mm.
I don't really like part three that much because it stands.
yeah, part three is not.
I thought stands took it to it became a different show after that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Mm.
I know. For me, my favorite part
But
was part
obviously I'm
four.
wrong because everyone else loved everyone else loved everything.
I mean, I had
after
the
part
same with like One Piece, for example. I mean, everyone says it's the best, but it's not. You know. Um,
one. Which
Yeah.
one? Part
I
three?
feel
hmm.
that.
What did you say?
Henry Bro said he wants to talk.
I wish you could, man.
Just blast the music.
Yeah.
But let's see. I mean, the past few days I've been watching Naruto again, and I'm like 80 episodes in, and for me, it's already better than One Piece.
Oh, whoa!
Yeah.
You're gonna have to run One Piece back. I'm not gonna allow that. You're gonna get you're gonna get kicked off the spot. We're gonna replace you with Chill.
I'll allow it, Lion. I agree.
That is crazy, man. I mean, I don't have anything against Naruto, but like over One Piece is like, man,
Hello,
like,
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my goodness, I can finally talk. Holy crap, this is exciting.
Agree.
Oh my gosh. Jeez. I'm a big JoJo fan. That's kind of why I actually asked you that. It's my favorite anime, not my favorite manga, but
Oh,
yeah, I think you should
Wow.
yeah, I think you should actually continue. Yeah, I know stands it is an interesting it is like even at the time when the mangaka was making it, he actually couldn't get a reason for his editors to get on board with it because he understood how crazy it was. But it gets better after part three. Like stands are really well done in part 4, 5, and 6. So I think you
Oh,
should.
so stands are just basically the
Yeah, they
it's like
replace Hamon. Yeah, Hamon never returns. I'm just letting you know, Hamon never returns.
I didn't think Hamo would return. I thought he would just make something new after stands. Like, oh, it obviously started with Hamo, go to
He
stands, then it levels up to
he
something else.
does in part 7 because that's when he introduces something called the spin. But
Okay.
that one, it's kind of similar to Hamo because it is like the world. It has to do with geometry and whatnot. But
Okay.
it
I think I've seen clips of that. I've seen that somewhere. That sounds real familiar. Like so much of my knowledge of JoJo's is just from people posting memes on Twitter. Like I swear I've seen
yeah
half the show just off of just weird
yeah
shit.
that makes sense. That's how it's popular. It's the memes.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. I do like JoJo's, and you're the 10,000th person to tell me like I got to keep watching it, and I will one day. But what's your favorite part?
I would say,
Manga or anime?
um, anime. It's really hard because with the manga ones that haven't been released, I think part 7 is actually the best in terms of the manga.
Okay.
But in terms of anime, part 5 is definitely the better one.
Part 5.
In
Which
my
JoJo
opinion.
is that?
Giorno, he's the blonde kid.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes.
no, does it matter? Should I watch it in order, or could I just skip to part 5?
It'd be best to watch it in order because so in part 4 it introduced how to get stands, a way to get stands, and then
Okay.
part 5 is basically shows like, okay, this is how this certain item got everywhere, basically.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
So you're saying I have to finish I have to finish part 3.
oh wait, where'd you get to part 3?
I actually, yeah, I didn't finish part 3. I forgot to say that. I forget where I stopped, but God, it's been so long now.
Did you get to Egypt?
Yeah, I think that might be where I stopped. They might have got to Egypt. 'Cause I remember they were on a plane, and then some shit went down on the plane, and then I checked out.
Oh, that's not even Egypt. That wasn't even
Oh,
Egypt.
never mind then. Never mind then.
But then again,
I
they
think
were on
the-
2 planes, so I could be wrong.
Who's the one with like the green shit with red hair? Which one was that?
Green.
The Queen, probably.
Dark.
It was probably Queen, wasn't it?
Kaku. Yeah, that's Kakuin.
The last thing I remember
Ye-
was he was fighting something, and then yeah,
Was it like a fly?
that sounds about
I know
right.
this.
Yeah, it's been like a decade since I watched
That was
it.
like episode 4. That was like episode 4 of part 3.
Oh yeah, I didn't even get far then. Never
Oh,
mind.
geez, there's like what 40
Yeah, yeah.
minutes?
Yeah, I will say this. Part 3 is the worst in terms of pacing because it is long. But once you get to Egypt, it actually gets way better.
It gets way better. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I got so attached to Joseph that once, because he's still in part 3, he's just not the focus
Yeah.
anymore. Once it switched to was it Jotaro?
Yeah, Jotaro. Yeah, Jotaro.
Yeah, and he was just such a dick, like for no good reason. Man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's based on Clint Eastwood, which apparently he, in his acting, like his roles, he is a dick. So it kind of
That
makes
is
sense.
true. If that's where it comes from, then yeah, they did a good job then, because
Yeah.
I didn't know that. But you know,
Yeah,
I'm
also-
a good
Yeah. Also, that's kind of how Araki sees a hero. It's not a guy who goes and saves the day and is friendly to everybody. Like a hero has to be a loner. Like he can't have relationships with anyone, or else, he puts them in danger and whatnot. So that's kind of why he's a dick, is so that it's to distance himself from people, so that the enemy won't use them as a vulnerability.
No, see, that's dope. I like that. See, now you're making me want to watch it more. That's good shit.
Nice. No, I gotta do my due diligence and make you want to watch Bleach now.
Oh man, I grew up with I got a real close friend, like from like damn near diapers to now,
Mm.
and he was the biggest Bleach fan I've ever met in my life. He could never convince me. He never convinced me to watch that show. I don't know what it is.
Man.
I grew up.
Do you
with
like
Bleach.
anime titties?
I do, but there's other anime titties. Like there's anime titties everywhere. You don't.
I will say
Mm.
Bleach is up there as like one of
No.
the greatest anime titties you'll find.
Yeah, no. If you
From what I've seen,
if you
that's
watch
exactly-
it, yeah, if you watch it, that's got to be one of the reasons. Like, I don't know if I'm
Biggest
sure you've
selling
heard of her. Biggest selling point. I'm sure you've heard of her before, but have you heard? It's a character in the show. Have you heard of Yoruichi?
Yeah, but it's not.
Okay,
like,
let me ask you this: what do you feel
Oh.
about cat girls?
I typed.
Cat girls.
I typed "yo" into Google. First thing that came up.
The-
Wally.
Girl, she.
Oh wait, yeah,
no,
Bleach did just restart, didn't it? That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh
I-
yeah.
I've been seeing this. I've been seeing Yoruichi in my timeline on the internet since I was like a little kid. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I might give it
Nah,
a shot.
she. Might give it a shot for her, for sure.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
That's
it's.
my speed.
Yeah, I do want to say, like, what you call it, Anime Bro said something in chat before. I already know. I knew you were gonna get to this, but like JoJo's and Bleach, that's another thing we've been talking. I think that's like got to be like the third topic we've been talking about. Is just which verse is more busted. But like between those,
Yeah.
it's kind of like a situation of like it's like I always say this, like they're so like hacksy, and when it comes to their abilities, like they have so much hacks that it's just like
Yeah.
it seems like kind of a situation where like two kids are like fighting and they're like, oh no, my character wins because he has a special sword that does it. Like that's how the powers and abilities seem between these two shows. So we can never like come to a conclusion on which is stronger between the two.
Yeah, that's a never-ending argument. I've
Yeah.
seen some of the shit that happens in like later in JoJo's. I'm just like, why, why did they even make this a bit? Like, how do you ever lose with that ability? Like, I can stop
Exactly.
time and then do whatever I want to you. Like, what? So you just win every fight, right? Like, yeah. Ble- And Bleach,
The
I
thing
remember.
about
Oh no, keep going.
yeah, so the thing about JoJo's, I don't know if I said Bleach, but I meant to say JoJo's. The thing about JoJo's is it's very you need to know how your enemy. It's like information over straight up power. Like yeah, you can have the most broken power, but even if there's like one weakness that you can exploit, then you're done. And
Yeah.
that's basically why stands were made, was because you know, yes, this guy can shoot lasers out of his eyes, but you know, if you if you show him a mirror, you know, he's
I was
kind of
literally about to
screwed.
say mirror. I was like, that's too stupid. But no, that. But yeah, uh, yeah, JoJo's is crazy. And Bleach, I remember, like I said, I haven't seen many episodes, but I remember when I was a kid, it was like the craziest thing to me when I saw that when they beat people. Was it spiritual pressure?
Yeah,
Like
spiritual
they
pressure.
literally were beating people off aura. That was crazy. Like they didn't have to fight. They just like, oh, I can't fight him. His spiritual pressure is too crazy. I have to run.
Yeah, no, it's exactly. It's crazy. Like if you do plan on watching it, I don't want to spoil anything, but it literally gets to the point where like it's kind of like One Piece, yeah, where if your spiritual pressure is too high and you have like a broken ability, whatever that ability might be, like you could literally have the ability to kill somebody. It just won't work on them because you have too much spiritual pressure. And like another thing that me and Anime Bro were talking about is that like for there's two specific characters where in Bleach and JoJo's, it's kind of like their ability works passively. So it's like if you try to do something to them, like they don't even got to do nothing to defend against it. It's like how do you even like argue who would win in that
Yeah,
situation? Like
yeah,
it's just never ending.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
But
So
what you said
chill.
about the oh sorry, we're gonna ask.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. So you know Dio stand because Dio has a stand. I'm pretty sure. You probably got
Yeah,
spoiled
it's the
by it.
one. Yeah, I mean it's the one where he just goes, whatever the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Oh, do you know the
Yeah.
ability? Do you know what ability it does?
I thought that's the one where he stops time, right, or something,
Yeah, yeah.
some time
Well, let me
related.
tell
Yeah,
you, that is not the most broken power in JoJo's.
that's
there,
crazy.
and that's just the anime. The manga go crazier because in the manga it's like multi-dimensional hacks. like
That's the
like
thing. Like you always have to top your last villain. Like if your last villain can stop time, it's like all right, well this next villain can go to different dimensions. Like once you start that path, I feel like every anime gets to the point where like Tensa, what you said before, it's just like oh, the characters are now so strong that they can't be killed by anyone who isn't just like as strong as them.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Dragon Ball was like that. Eventually, just became the Goku and Vegeta show. Naruto became the Naruto and Sasuke show. Um, I feel like I don't know. It just seems like every anime writes
It's
themselves into a
surprising One
corner.
Piece hasn't got there.
Oh, I thought Luffy was like a god now.
It,
No,
it
no,
is
Luffy's
good.
not a
It
god.
is.
No, there's still people stronger than Luffy. There's actually
It's
a lot of people that
there
can.
are but I feel like we're getting there. Like I'm not gonna lie, because what people have been saying is it used to be the monster trio. It was Luffy, Sanji, and Zoro. But now Luffy is just like in a tier of his own in terms of power. Like there are still people that could beat him 100%, but like in terms of like how far ahead of like a lot of the crew that a lot of the crew that he is, like he's pretty strong. Like you could argue that he could beat like Sanji and Zoro at the same time, like probably 7 times out of
Well,
10, 6 times out of 10.
the thing is, hockey. Like it doesn't matter the devil fruit. It depends on what kind of hockey you have because what we know now is that like the rules of hockey. What the heck are the rules? Because it's like we learn about
Whatever they need to
we
do.
learn about like apparently it could with hockey you can prolong your pregnancy, and I don't even know. They don't even
What's the
explain it. They just
I was gonna say, what's the use
you
of
could.
that? Why even write that? Why?
I mean, just because you can. There's only it happened only once, and it's never explained. Like, oh yeah, because hockey. It's just like hockey could do that now.
Yeah. No, with hockey, I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm pretty sure it was. I think I said this before, but it's something with like willpower or related to
Yeah.
willpower somehow. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like even with that, it's like it was like if it's willpower, like because the three uses that they show in the show is like observation, where you could like I guess anticipate your opponent's movements and stuff. Then they have armament, where like you harden your fist, you could make it harder and make your attacks hit harder and stuff like that. And then like conquers, which is basically like I don't know, knocking a bunch of people out or whatever with your aura, kind of like Bleach. But and then you get to the point where it's like pregnancy, like you said, anyway, bro. What does that have
And
to
you
do with
and then
any
you
of
get
those three
pregnant.
types?
Well, I mean, I guess the
Exactly.
woman had the strongest will and be like, I'm gonna hold this pregnancy until I think it's right.
Literally. Nah,
I do think
the
my favorite tidbit from One Piece or the character and I didn't like read this or I didn't watch this episode. I just heard about this dude. I don't even remember his name. They said
yeah.
he never sat down because he never wanted to show weakness. Who was that?
Oh,
White? Okay, it's not Whitebeard, man.
yeah. Yeah. I was getting that
Whenever
confused
he
with
was in front
Whitebeard.
of like his men, he was always standing. And then there was like one panel or something where like finally all his men like he's alone and he can finally sit. And it's like,
Oh my god! I need to look this
Yeah.
up.
I feel like I'm forgetting. I don't know how I forgot this because the two people I'm thinking of is Whitebeard and what's his name? Uh, the whole Cake Island guy. I forgot his name. The
Katakuri. That could be Katakuri.
Katakuri.
that
Yeah,
sounds real
Katakuri.
familiar. I think it's Katakuri, yeah.
Yeah. I
I
think
What's
it
don't know
the
said
too much
quote
one.
about One
again?
Piece, but
What's
I
the
fuck
quote
with
again?
him.
What's the
But
quote
just
again? Can you say it? Hello?
oh yeah, you mean with the sitting or whatever?
Yeah. What was it?
Didn't he say I forget. Like I think mine's is different from what Chill said though. I'm not sure.
Wait,
But
wait,
it sounds familiar. Yeah, like what you said about the guy who never who never sits down in front of his men.
yeah. Was that Katakuri?
Yeah, because there was in his story, I'm pretty sure it's so stupid. Or like they said he's never what was it? I think he's never something I forgot it because I'm getting it mixed up with being defeated because they said he's never like been defeated, never been like laid out on his back or whatever, or like
Mhm.
something along those lines.
Oh
I
wait, I
don't
think I
remember.
might.
And
It
then
might be a joke thing. So
yeah,
it's
there was
one
like
of the
this.
five elders, and every time this elder was shown, he was always sitting. So it makes sense when he's not in front of like, and they say it's like a punishment, like he did something wrong. So the five elders are like, yeah, from now on you're just standing. So when they were never there, he probably was like, okay, they will never know, so I'll sit down.
Okay,
It's
maybe it
probably
had.
something like that.
Yeah, I really thought it was. I really thought it was Katakuri because like there was that one scene. It was like he's never like he got born and then he was standing up immediately. It's so stupid.
Katakuri. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, Katakuri's never been on his back. I guess
Yeah,
is
never been on his back. Yeah,
yeah.
no,
I like that.
that's
That was dope. I don't know what else would be in the show like that would make me want to watch it, but that was one thing I saw. I was like, maybe I should really give this a try.
Oh wait,
That
the Whitebeard description. Um, it spoils something, but like it said, the man had so many scars on his back. He had a cannonball
yeah.
hole in his chest, so many bullet wounds, so many stabbing wounds in front of him, but on his back, completely nothing because he never ran away from a fight.
I love that quote. Yeah.
All right,
With
so I just have to watch all of One Piece, all of Bleach, and all of JoJo's by the next time that we talk, right?
yeah, just catch up on all of it. Just catch up every single
Honestly, out of all of them, you're better watching JoJo's,
Mm,
reading
mm, mm,
Bleach,
mm. Oh,
because so you can skip the filler and stuff. And then One Piece, if you feel like it, you can hop on. It's not going
Yeah,
anywhere.
yeah, fair. Wait, does Bleach have a lot of filler? Like, I mean, when I say a lot of filler, I
And it doesn't
watched
mean
Naruto.
like in episodes. It's like apparently it is a very high amount of filler when it comes to the Bleach.
Okay.
yeah. There's a lot of filler. It's done in like arcs, but like it's still a lot of filler. Oh, most of the time it's done in arcs. They rarely have like episodes where it's just like one-offs and then it gets to the next one. But I will say I do agree with Anime Bro. Reading is probably better for Bleach, but like honestly, watching it is not bad either. It's the anime because when I like decided it was my favorite anime, I decided off of watching the anime. So I do like that. Kubo himself didn't really like it because it wasn't really super faithful to the manga, but for the most part, it is all right. I will say like there's 4 filler arcs in there, and 2 out of 4 of them are like actually really really good. So like if you
And
decide to watch it, then yeah,
well, this is the thing because
Yes.
with anime, because obviously there's always way more filler than manga. Well, I guess none of the manga is filler technically, but
yeah,
I'm someone who likes watching filler just because if I'm gonna take the time to watch something, I want to see all of it, whether it's meant to be part of the main story or not. Um,
hmm
but it's led me to watch a lot of terrible, terrible filler. But finding good filler is like a great feeling. Like that feeling like when you watch something and oh, this isn't even real, but it feels like it should be.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I
yeah,
just made I made a video about Shikamaru being like Shikamaru is my favorite Naruto character.
yeah,
Um, and the best episode, like my favorite episode of Naruto is when Shikamaru is just walking around the Leaf Village after spoiler, uh, Asuma dies, and it's just him just mourning Asuma and trying to like come to terms with that shit. And then someone told me they're like, yeah, like none of that was in the manga. And I was like, you're telling me like
that's
my favorite episode of my favorite character isn't even real.
that's insane.
Like,
I mean,
like,
that's like the Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War. There was a lot cut out, but they put some stuff in, and people like it.
Yeah. I wouldn't
Yeah.
even say for the 1,000 Year Blood War that counts as filler because it's more so like things that Kubo wanted to add in. It's more like what do they call it? Like
Yeah.
anime canon or something like that. So yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
So
But
I
with
looked up the filler. 42% of Bleach is filler.
Damn.
it's crazy.
Yeah, and let's put
But
it this way: they said One Piece and Dragon Ball are roughly 9 to 13%, and they're apparent that, and they're longer. So the fact that this
Yeah.
show, which is shorter, has 42%, that's insane. That's like almost half.
yeah,
It's also relative though, because 10% of One Piece means it's like what 110 something episodes.
yeah,
And
it is
40%
relative.
of
That
Bleach
is
is like
true.
what, maybe 50 episodes.
Yeah, and also like what you call
It
it.
said 165
It can't be that much.
Of filler of just of all the episodes
of filler. Of filler.
of filler. That's a
Actually,
lot of filler.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's pretty crazy with filler. I will say,
Yeah.
like with the filler though, like I said, I feel like 2 out of 4 of them are really good. Like for the Shikamaru thing you said about, like I feel like that's heavy with Bleach because the other like the 2 arcs specifically that I am talking about, not only are they not like they're not real, obviously they don't exist in the main like canonical storyline or whatever, but they feels like they add basically to it. And I don't know if like Kubo supervised with those arcs or anything, but because they're about specific things in the series that we've wanted elaboration on, that we kind of got it from those. Because I think the first one was about like I don't know since you haven't gotten that far into the series, you probably don't really know about this, but for the different Soul Reapers, they have like different swords they call Zanbakutos, and
Mhm.
for those they all have like their own little spirits, and we've only ever seen like Ichigo's like inner spirit for like his Zanpakuto. So we basically got to see everybody else's, and it was like a huge like rebellion arc, I'm pretty sure. And then for the other arc, it was like something about mod souls, which is also canon to the storyline. And another thing is that with those two arcs specifically, like I don't know what it is or what those people had against like the canon arcs. And not to say that the canon arcs weren't animated good, but with those filler arcs, like those are probably the best animated episodes to have come out of Bleach, and they're not even they're not even
They're not
canon.
even-
So yeah, it's actually like it's on par with, let me not say on par with like current animation, but like it was ahead of its time. Like it
Yeah.
has, those arcs have really good animation. So yeah, I'm very much on you. Like that, the only reason I know about that though is because it's the same kind of thing where I, even if a series has filler, I watch through it just because I want to experience the whole thing. And
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad that I found I watched all of Bleach, because if I didn't, like, there were two bad arcs, yeah, but those two extra filler arcs were really good. I'm not gonna
They
lie.
were worth it. All right,
Yeah,
cool.
definitely.
Yeah. One day, like I say this all the time. One day I will watch Bleach. One day I will finish JoJo's. One day I will give One Piece an honest chance. But at the time right now, just there's just so much going on, man. There's so many other things to watch. Like those all, they're all what, hundreds of episodes. They're how many hundreds of chapters.
Yeah.
But like there are
Yeah.
26 episode anime coming out, every year that are like masterpieces that I could watch too. It's just way less time consuming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I think me personally, I only really got around to watching those longer ones when I guess I had watched a lot of those shorter ones, and I just wanted to finally give those big ones a try, because it's like, you hear about them all the time, and everybody like preaches about how they're peak fiction, and it's like you want to see just how, like, I guess how true those statements are. And when you get
Yeah,
to it and you actually watch it, like I can personally say that like there isn't a single one of like the big three anime, Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, or like the longer anime that I've seen. Well, specifically those three that are bad, like none of them are bad. I haven't seen a lot of the other long ones that have been bad. I feel like because they have so many episodes to build up to, I guess, the good stuff that so many people are talking about. And another thing is that just on top of all that, I feel like after having watched those like longer anime, I feel like nothing is a challenge to get through for me personally. Like after One Piece, nothing, like a 24 anime, 24 episode anime seems like nothing. So I guess that's also a perk of it.
Yeah,
that's very true.
honestly. Yeah. I caught up to One Piece, and I could say, yeah, 24 episodes is actually, I think 24 episodes should be the minimum for me. I've
Yeah,
been
no,
broken.
it's like you say anime, bro. Like you say it sometimes every now and then, but like One Piece, and like just I feel like for One Piece, yes, but for a lot of other long shows in general, it's always like it's too many episodes, and then it's like it's not until it's not enough because you're on this journey for like this whole time, and you finally catch up, and now you have to wait week after week after week, and some weeks there's like a 2 week wait between episodes, so you can't even like you just
Yeah.
gotta wait, and it's like, man, I want to watch this right now. So yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. But what you call it, Lion, you have not been talking, my man, for a
Yeah.
lot of this episode.
Well, I mean, it's been mainly One Piece.
Yeah, you're
Not
right.
really
Let's,
One Piece. It's been a mix of stuff, you know.
Not really. I mean,
you,
the main thing
you
is
want to
One
talk
Piece.
about you want to talk about something you like? Maybe
Have you
gasoline,
seen
maybe.
Bungo Stray Dog?
Yeah,
Chill.
he did to
No,
gasoline.
I haven't.
I mean, we could might as
That's what I
well.
was
Ah,
trying to say when my mic started messing up. Is that I never even heard of that before.
uh, uh,
That's interesting.
it's actually really hard to explain it. Um, it's like JoJo's and Bleach a bit. Kinda. I don't know how gifts work. I don't know what they are. I actually don't know what they are.
I mean, I would probably say it's more like My Hero Academia than anything else.
It's just more
Not
like My Hero
really, because I
Academia.
don't. Not really, because I don't think normal people know what gifts are.
Yeah, but it's but I mean, in terms of like,
Like, it's not a common thing. Like, I know, but I know it's like One Piece. Like devil fruits are this rare thing that people haven't seen, and yet most of the fights we see people with devil fruits. So it's like, is it really that rare? And it's the same thing with this one. Like gifts, not that many people really have it, but
yeah.
we see a lot of them.
Yeah,
But, I mean,
Bungo Stray Dogs seems interesting. It's weird. I really don't understand it that much. I haven't seen it obviously, but every time I
It's also
see someone try to explain it, they get
it's
kinda
also a bit.
confused.
Oh no, wait. I guess it's kind of like Code Geass.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll say that. A bit of.
I was gonna say
it's-
the art style
it's-
kind of reminds me a little bit of Code.
Yeah, it's very Code Geass, because especially in the last arc where it's like you don't know what the hell's going on because it's like a really big mind game. It's like yeah, I would say if you like Code Geass, you can give this a shot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I would definitely
Yeah,
now I think it's gonna
have
watch
to
it.
check that out then.
of course.
Yeah,
What's
it
up,
took me watching it to get Tensa to watch it.
Well, I can't compare it to Code
Yeah.
Geass. I haven't seen it, so
Yeah, you need to watch Code Geass. That's what you need to do. Mine.
let me finish Naruto first.
Naruto can wait.
Hell no.
Yeah, it can honestly. Yeah.
Nah. I'm working on a
I'll
video
spoil
with,
it. I'll spoil it for you. Naruto becomes Hokage. There.
Oh no shit. I'm working on a video of Naruto as well, so I'm gonna finish that.
Yeah, don't switch up on us, line. I need you to say that One Piece is better than Naruto. Like that's just
Not.
non-negotiable. No, that's non-negotiable.
Nah.
One Piece is, dude. There's a reason why it's still going, and people are still happy.
Just because the majority says it's
Wait,
the best.
wait,
doesn't make it.
Naruto is still going too.
Not really.
What do you
Not
mean?
really.
A little
It's-
older, and now his son is taking over.
Yeah, but
I
Yeah,
keep
but
hearing
apparently,
Naruto is great now. I keep hearing people say that, oh, it finally got good.
Yeah, I actually like because I have a client that I make thumbnails for or whatever, and he's always saying like, you guys know I'm cultural, like he's always saying like, when are you gonna get on Boruto? Like these chapters are insane. So I've heard a lot of people talking good about it. Yeah,
so it got good now. So it must be the time skip. Because
yeah, they're in the time skip.
I remember they entered the time skip. I remember I was there for a lot of that stuff live. That was like that's the only time I was live for Naruto. Was Boruto.
I mean, isn't the manga split into two now?
I think so. Yeah.
Because you have
There's
Boruto
like a-
and then you have
Yeah.
Blue Vortex, right?
Yeah,
There's a spin-off of Boruto.
Probably. I'm not sure how
Isn't
this
it-
works. I'm not the
I think-
Naruto
I
fan.
think it's just a continuation, right? Boruto Blue Vortex, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
I'm
it's like
pretty
Shippuden
sure.
of Boruto.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Probably.
I'm pretty. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Because it's weird because that's not how they did Naruto in the manga. Like for Naruto,
Yeah.
there was no Shippuden. It was just Naruto all the way through. Kind of like how there was no Dragon Ball Z
Yeah.
for Dragon Ball manga. And like
Right.
it's weird because like for Boruto, they're called like in the manga they actually have it separated this time. So it's Boruto and Boruto Blue Vortex. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Boruto.
pretty weird. Yeah.
The normal one is 80 chapters, from what it says here, and then 2 Blue Vortex.
Oh, yeah, so it's part 2. Yeah, it's part 2 of the Boruto series as a whole.
Yeah.
You guys think an anime like that is best just to die, or do you think it should just go on forever?
I mean, I think it should just end
Naruto?
with
Like the Naruto series?
Yeah, just any kind of long-running shonen. Like, do you think they should have like definitive endings, or do you think they should go the Naruto route and just be like, well, just make him have a kid, and then the kid will grow up?
I think the kid route would be good. I know Boruto was bad, but JoJo shows that it could be good. You just need to get the right person to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm on the same page. Like I feel like it really depends. Like because I feel like there's nothing wrong with just ending a series and letting that be that because good if especially if it has a good ending, an ending that people actually like, then nobody's gonna complain, and that's that. You don't have to go on and like potentially ruin what people think of the series and thinking that it has a good ending and everything. But with Boruto or just series like that, I feel like if it's done well, then yeah, I don't mind it at all. But
But
for the most part, we don't. It's kind of up in the air whether it's
That's
done well
kind of
or
how
not.
I wanted Bleach. Like, yeah, Boruto ended bad, but what's to say Kubo will make the same mistake? Like, he was up there as like the greatest mangaka of Shonen Jump. So if he makes the Hell arc and he puts the sole focus on Ichigo's son, it could be good. It could be good.
Yeah.
If we
Um.
get the Hell chapters, we may never actually get them.
Yeah. I think he might be going the route of like kind of how Dragon Ball was, where he is a part of it, but let me not say Ichigo is still the central focus, but basically he's just an addition to the cast, like Gohan and Goku. But I'm not sure. It could be anyway, but like I wouldn't mind that at all either. I think that'd be cool.
I actually heard about the Dragon Ball one, and apparently a lot of people say like the biggest thing that they wish Dragon Ball Z would have done was actually have Goku leave and just never come back, or like maybe come back in certain parts but never be the main focus, because they were setting up Gohan to be like his replacement, but then Akira Toriyama was like, no, we're gonna keep Goku. His reasoning was because of uh, marketing. Goku was an
Mm,
icon, so
Oh,
which it makes sense, but it's like that kind of is a dumb reason. It's like you want it because you want people to buy your book. it
yeah,
because it seemed like a general like actual thing of like passing the torch. Like no more
yeah. The
Goku.
Cell
Here's
Saga
Gohan.
was supposed to be the end of Goku, and then Gohan's supposed to take over. I always heard he just didn't like Gohan as a character, and then when he wrote himself into that corner where he had to make Gohan the lead, he was just like, on second thought, I'm
yeah.
gonna just make Goku back. Which
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
probably the best decision he made, because I mean, I would say Goku is a much more popular character than Gohan, and yeah, the Buu saga was much better with Goku coming back than if Gohan was just there the whole time.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I feel like especially when Goku's already like really integrated into the story, like you can't just take him out and like I don't know. Like, I mean, maybe he could have, but I don't know if that would have been a good
I
choice.
mean, Game of Thrones did that in the '90s, and it's like one of the best-selling books of all time.
Yeah, not.
Yeah,
I
but
feel
Game
like
of
it could
Thrones
work.
isn't Goku though.
Exactly.
Hmm?
That's not Goku.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like
I think a
it.
lot more people know Game of Thrones now than Goku.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Um. Yeah, I don't know either.
probably,
That's.
I mean,
probably.
Game of Thrones doesn't have a good image. We can say that.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, when
Not
people hear
after
Game
the
of Thrones,
finale.
they think, "Oh, shit ending, shit final season."
No, they now think of House of the Dragon,
I don't know.
which is doing really well.
I mean, I never get anything of Game of Thrones.
Yeah. No, Game of Thrones. I feel like on top of just like I feel like Dragon Ball. Me personally feeling like it's more well known. Like you hear more good about it than you do about Game of Thrones. I think personally from my own experience, I've heard a lot more people always like preaching Dragon Ball. Like there's been some lows, but it's nothing crazy. Whereas like everybody just like craps on the ending of Game of Thrones and House of Dragons or whatever. Like now people are like, they're kind of impartial to that. So it's kind of all over the place. But if we're speaking specifically like the was it the show, then yeah, that's what I've been hearing.
Yeah, I just think Dragon Ball has a wider reach globally than Game of Thrones.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, this is a random Reddit post. Can Goku seize the throne in Westeros?
I would say yes.
That's
He would, but the country would be in hell.
the good question. The proper question is who's going to stop him if he decides to do that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Wouldn't even have to go
That's
Super
funny.
Saiyan.
for real. One
Probably
Kamehameha is all it
a
takes.
werewolf arrow. I don't know about there's a lot of gods and magic in Game of Thrones. Maybe a werewolf arrow would kill him. They can kill dragons. And those are
I
like
think
nuclear
Goku's
bombs.
a little stronger than a dragon.
Yeah, probably.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
Wait, not.
Didn't Goku? I mean, I didn't really watch Super much. I mean, wasn't the whole thing is that he like can kill gods?
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
At this point, for
I'd
sure.
put
Like
God over
he's-
dragon, and if Goku's over God, then that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm pretty sure someone also like, what was it? Like King Piccolo when Goku was a kid. He destroyed like what Shenron the dragon, and like that was like in 19 something. So like, yeah, and Goku's like a million times stronger than that now. So yeah, I think Goku's up just a little bit stronger, just a little bit stronger than the dragon at this
Yeah,
point.
it's close. I think it's close.
Yeah.
But the real question is, can Goku beat the bubble that doesn't exist?
Oh my god, the bubble. How did I know you're gonna say that, man? JoJo's in these powers, man, is actually crazy.
Yeah, Chill, you probably don't know this, but in JoJo's, it becomes so broken that the strongest thing in existence is a literal bubble that spins so fast it doesn't exist on our plane of existence.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, that's
Who wrote JoJo's? Who's the manga behind JoJo?
Araki. I don't know his last
Araki.
name. It's Araki. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a special individual, man. How do you even think of that? That's crazy.
I think that's his one thing is that like he makes his villains so overpowered. He's like, all right, how do we beat this guy? Like,
yeah.
It gets crazy. Like it really does get crazy. Like I don't even know what Part 9's villain is gonna be, but I know like it'll probably be something where it's like, oh, the bubble doesn't exist. Well, my whole body doesn't exist. So take that.
Probably the way it sounds. Yeah. How long have we been going live?
We have been going for 150.
150.
Yep, 150.
Okay.
Kind of
That
doesn't
seems
even
long.
feel like that.
Yeah, it
But yeah.
Yeah. A lot of rants and sidetracking. But yeah, no, if we got to end it here, that's all right with me. I actually got someone supposed to be coming to help me with something in a second, but no, it was great being here. Thanks for having me, guys. Honestly, this was fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thanks
no
for being
problem.
here.
It's fun having you.
Cool. Yeah, so just let me know if you are down to do it again. Just let me know, and if Lion can stay awake past 6 a.m. Then yeah, I'll be down to come back.
All he needs is a
No
beer and
problem.
he'll be fine.
Hey, I always have my food.
I like to hear.
That's my weekly groceries right there.
Yeah, you can go ahead and end it though, Lion.
Well, if anyone is watching at this point, then thanks for watching. Now, obviously, before we do end the episode, do you guys have any final words?
Subscribe to Chill. Big final words.
Yeah.
Get
Subscribe to
it to
Chill.
10K.
He's a man of culture.
Very close.
And follow these guys.
Oh my
on
goodness!
Twitter.
Totally forgot about Berserk. Jeez, man,
Oh,
that would have been a great topic.
2 hours we never brought up Berserk. It's crazy.
That's insane.
That's insane. We brought up Game of Thrones, and yeah, we did bring up
Yeah.
Berserk. Oh, I brought up
Yeah.
Game of Thrones, but you know.
There's always next time. We can talk a lot about that for sure.
You guys need to watch the Golden Age, man. That and not just watch the Golden Age. The 3 movies, a lot shorter. They're really great.
All right, so
For
I
sure,
got
for sure.
Berserk, Bleach, One Piece, and JoJo's. And yeah, then we'll be good to go.
Yeah, that was this episode. Just giving you a watch list.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I needed it. Yeah, thanks for that. But yeah, no, I'll talk to you
Yeah.
guys later, man.
No problem. Peace.
Peace.